Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lies official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. We're almost certain nobody was anticipating that Lilley should uncover all that she did about what went down when she returned as Days of Our Lives Theresa. However, we are right here. Furthermore, presently, as we get a sneak look at what's to come, Lilley has a couple of additional words to say. However, it very well may be what she's not talking about that is the most noteworthy. Over on Instagram, the entertainer shared a couple of pics of her return. However, it was the one that ended up being a sufficiently noteworthy in the background shot that she had the most to remark on. "I'm laughing hysterically," Lilley stated, "in light of the fact that I saw this first press photograph and needed to affirm with Eric Marsdorf that this was us between takes, rapidly judging and retaining some redirection he didn't appear to concur with. I think it was something like, simply recollect that they could do without one another that much. Swipe. Yes, that kiss was certainly disliking each other that much." She went on to say, "Excited for all of my Days of Our Lives episodes this week, and very happy for the lady taking over the role of Theresa. Be caring to her. She's a heavenly entertainer, and being reevaluated is really hard. We are in general family, and I got only love for every one of my Days of Our Lives individuals. With respect to who that woman taking over may be, after you check through the photographs underneath and see some entertaining Paul Telfer/Thunder charge, Lilley might have dropped a really gigantic clue. However, we haven't got an official word. Lilley shared a connection to beasts and pundits on her Instagram stories, recommending that Emily O'Brien may be assuming control over the job. The talk plant has been humming over the chance, and O'Brien would fit everything about Lilley depicted in our video interview of what went down at Days of Our Lives. And keeping in mind that the entertainer didn't offer an expression of remark when she shared the article, it positively seems like we might have recently gotten a really nice underwriting of the hypothesis. Look at Lilley's depiction of her substitution in our wild meeting underneath. Eventually, while we doesn't know very how long Lilley will be keeping close by in the job, 12 episodes could be any period of time on Days of Our Lives. We're excited she and Theresa are back on our screens, as is she. So glad to share the screen again with this stalwart entertainer for 12 or so Days of Our Lives episodes, Lilley composed. "Sir, you are a treasure. Look at our photograph display underneath of additional in the background fun from all of daytime. It isn't his business as usual that General Medical Clinic's Maurice Bernard welcomed his previous GH co-star Thao Painless back for one more episode of his video webcast, Perspective. The veteran entertainer, who has all the more as of late called Days of Our Lives home, is a skilled speaker and capable narrator. The number of revelations that emerged from their meeting is surprising. Bernard has been extremely open about his battle with psychological well-being since the coronavirus lockdown. A few weeks ago, he gave a very special episode of State of Mind about how close he was to ending everything and what stopped him. Painless was confronting his own mystery brush with death, the enormous sea. Threefold designated for a daytime Emmy, the cultivated entertainer uncovered that an excursion to his local Australia during coronavirus ended up being life-saving for him. "What I needed to discuss today, something I haven't even told my makers," he shared, "is that while everyone was going through coronavirus, I returned home to Australia to see my loved ones. I realized there was an off thing. You can detect your body. In this way, when I returned, I went to the specialist. They stepped through examinations, and I had malignant growth." He accepted the news. "I thought, indeed, my mom had disease, and my sisters have had malignant growth. I have carried on with an extremely solid existence, so it didn't toss me from the beginning." Upon more thought, he understood the immensity of what could come straight away. "What tossed me was what I needed to go through. It was colorectal disease, cancer of the colon. I was in stage 1. All set into stage 2. Days of Our Lives had gone dim as a result of the pandemic, so he was resting at home. One morning, I awakened, and subsequent to completing a month and a half of radiation, I had shed 50 pounds. Companions of mine were stunned when they saw me, he disclosed. The entertainer decided to flip the switch and adopt a philosophical strategy. I truly didn't think it was something that won't correct itself, yet I contemplated internally, what is the reason for this? What was the cause of my pause in life? What is the motivation behind me, and where am I going? Painless imparted to Bernard the second the light went off in his mind. You are aware that you lie in bed and have limited physical capabilities. I didn't search in the mirror frequently on the grounds that when you were that slim, and I had never been that slight, and the telephone rang, and I had been assigned for Best Entertainer, Daytime Emmys 2020. I believed, that is fascinating. What's more, out of nowhere, I understood that I actually had activities. Painless didn't back down when the host and mental health advocate asked the actor if the thought of cancer scared him. No, it's interesting. I have 2 phenomenal companions who met me each day to take me to the clinic since I wound up being in a wheelchair, he capped, uncovering a greater amount of his difficulty. I would tell wisecracks while I was preparing to go do the medications. Also, I didn't get frightened by any means. I was just wondering, how have you survived at this point? What have you supported inside yourself so that when I'm lying there and everybody is stressed over coronavirus, and I never got coronavirus, however I have this. And how should I handle this? He returned to his 40 years of reflection to help him through and keep him adjusted. My deposition was strong. Fear never came to me. I never felt apprehensive. The splendid pair covers such a lot of ground in less than an hour that you might need to take notes. Other than the wise jokes of self-improvement that Painless conveyed easily, the 2 covered the issue of self-destruction today, how one's self-image hinders profound development, and, surprisingly, addressed the issue with legislative issues and world pioneers today. Painless covered his reality voyages, brushes with death, his affection for history, old Hollywood, and accounts of his past with Robert Redford, Omar Sharif, Jane Seymour, and Charlton Heston. In particular, the entertainer declared the subtleties of his new web recording show, The Buried Fortunes, which plays out like an analyst series investigating the set of experiences behind the Iliad and the Odyssey through the eyes of German paleontologist Heinrich Schliemann, whose disclosures rejuvenated the exemplary sonnets. The digital broadcast is being delivered on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, Google, and iHeartRadio today. Try not to miss a moment of this episode. Fans can follow Theo Painless on Twitter and Instagram. To follow Perspective and buy in, go to YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Fans can now buy motivational product for Bernard's Perspective. Look at it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.